Notoriously known as the most expensive place to rent in the country, rates in Vancouver are higher than anywhere else across Canada. But some relief is now here, with new research pointing to one big change driving those prices down. Here's CTV's Martin McMahon.
Looking at data for BC in 2023, researchers found rents were $110 cheaper than without the restrictions.
Households in British Columbia have been seeing actually quite substantial decreases in monthly rent that can be explained because of short-term rental rules that are in place.
The report authors point out this is due to rules brought in by municipal governments before more recent provincial changes. If the province-wide changes have the same effect, the head of the research group expects rents will be $41 less than they would have been without.
And if we apply that to what the province has done, we should expect something on the order of $600 million a year in rent savings.
But short-term rental operators argue the reality on the ground is different.
This is just another report that was funded by the Hotel Association of British Columbia. If you look at real live data, like the city of Vancouver, where we were regulated in 2018, where rents have increased 40% since 2017, despite working very closely with the city and ensuring enforcement and compliance of those rules in the city, we haven't seen these kinds of results.
And while Airbnb and other critics have suggested short-term rental units aren't driving long-term rental prices, the housing minister insists this is proof restrictions work.
Well, there's 53,000 short-term rentals right now in British Columbia. That's 53,000 homes that are being used as mini hotels when they could be available for people in our community. Even 10,000 of those coming back to the market will have an impact.
Yeah, so it's really important that we take a regional and provincial approach to these matters, because the problem could be if you do a change in one municipality, it'll have a sort of an inverse change in the other municipality. So we kind of all need to be in it together.
The election could have major ramifications for what happens next, though. BC Conservative leader John Rustad has pledged to give power back to municipalities on short-term rental rules, a move away from the province-wide approach taken by the NDP government. Martin McMahon, CTV News, Vancouver.